Alright, welcome back, everybody. It's been a while since I've recorded one of these. A lot of things happening recently. I haven't had the time to sit down and record. But we're back now. This video is going to cover Yakuza and Nettori or Nettori. And leading up to those boss fights. And we'll cut it just short of Nightmare. And what I'll probably do is, here, let me copy this save down. I'll have two saves going forward. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show off the low percent strategies as well, in case you're interested in potentially doing that as well. And I might go and make a tutorial, like a room-by-room tutorial. I'll sit down for literally like 8 hours or something, and I'll just go through room strategies to not only you know practice, because I need to practice getting into GDQ recently, but because it is a helpful tool that'll help people get involved in potentially running the low percent categories if they feel so inclined to. Alright, that's enough from me. Let's get into it. I believe I saved before the conversation, so let me just double check. We'll save again. No point to. I did save prior to the conversation. Very important to remember is that if you save prior to the conversation and die and then respawn, you'll have respawned in a state prior to having that conversation. So, say if, oh man, I just died. Thank God I saved at the ship. Here, let me just run back to Yakuza real quick. I'm in a state prior to the conversation. Alright, cool, let's note there, and then, what the frick? There's a little cocoon there. So, it's very important that if you're going to save at this point, when you get to this point, when you first get to the ship, you'll be prompted to save. Just hit no, and you'll go right into the conversation. And of course, once we've completed the conversation, we've advanced the event flag, so now once we save, we'll be saved on an event flag post the conversation. So and if you do it, you're gonna have to sit here for 2 text boxes, which isn't terrible, but it is a little time consuming. So the sooner that you work that save out of your repertoire, or whatever you have it, whatever you want to call it, like the sooner you work that save out of your route, the more you'll save a little bit more time. So again, it's just you're gonna run right past this little guy, which you can turn back and forth, and it'll kind of force him down out of the platform. Just a little fun fact, but you're just gonna end up getting a speed boost, and oops. Yay! It's always fun to show off. One more. There he goes. You could do a small hop, because these blocks are breakable, so you'll run into a small hop and then morph. You could, store this spark, but there's no point to storing the spark because you won't really have a chance to use it. I don't even think that there's, a fast way to, it is entirely possible that you'll have potential, but, I think it's a very tight frame window, and I don't think it's at all possible, so we'll see, but I'll give it a shot. Oops, I messed up. So my idea here is there might be a faster way to cross this next room. So let me just. Nope, you can't. Yeah, so you lose it about right here. You only have it for a short time. So I've been playing Oil Spill recently, so I'm kind of used to single wall jumping. Sorry if my movement is a little, garbage tier for now. But I'll be able to get the point across. So these three, once you fall down here, you start running and shooting. There's 3 blocks. Maybe? 1. No, there's only 2 blocks. Sorry. My mistake. There's 2 blocks. You're just going to shoot them out, and you're just going to fall and continue into this room. Very important. This is a giant room. And I'll quick save here, just to show you just how massive this room is. Because you can just fall, and fall, and fall. So, like, on the map, that's what? That's 6 tiles deep. This is a 6-tile high room, 2 tiles wide. 2 map tiles. If you fall down, you're gonna have to climb all the way back up. There's ladders on the right side, but, you know, it's a little cumbersome to do that, so usually what I tend to do is when I come in, I'll have a charge shot primed and ready so I can run and fire and come up this way. So these vines are breakable by shooting them. You can, and I think they respawn too, so that's probably helpful. They do. You just jump up and come along the top here. So when you come up here, there's a couple there. You can kind of see there's like 4 right here. There's 2 more, and there's 2 more. When I get to about here, I start firing downwards because I'll essentially end up falling right where I want to fall, and it's a little bit of a controlled descent, from if you could tell, where I'm not like just running straight ahead because I would have landed like on these vines over here. I kind of stopped like right about in this area, and then I continued on while still firing. I came down and I fired some shots here because this is the door we're going to be going into. It's the first door on the right, and you can see that there's more stuff over here. So let me just work my way back up. Show this off again. So you can come in and kind of shoot an angled shot up, or you could, come in and jump and shoot. Either way works. At about here, you're going to just start firing. And that time I was able to just fall straight over because I was able to clear some stuff out. If you clear it all out, that's great. If not, you're going to land on it. And then I'll just clear that stuff out because it'll be, there's a guy hanging right there and it'll impede my jump otherwise. Whoopsie. Oh boy. Boy, I hate wall jumping along the right walls. Yikes. So you can kind of see there, like, oh no, I hit my head. I was able to grab the ladder. So by clearing this out, I can just do a nice small hop into this room. And we'll be revisiting that room in a second. Don't worry. So, this room. Alright, let me do a quick save here. Because there's a little bit to describe here. There's 2 pirates in here. And it's a very small room. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come in, just have a charge shot primed and ready. You're gonna jump over the first guy, and this guy can be in 2 different locations. He could be right where he was here. He could be standing right here. He could be like right here. Let me just reload this quick save because it's faster than running back to the door and sitting through 2 door transitions. We'll just do the 1. We'll start charging in here. Jump over this guy. And we got the same pattern. So you can kill these guys with either a charge flare and a single missile, or you can kill them with a charge beam and 2 missiles. Let me see if 2 missiles work. I don't think it does. It doesn't. It's 3 missiles. You need 3 missiles to kill that guy. I need to reset the room. I know it's 3 missiles to kill. It's been a while since I've played vanilla. Sorry. I probably should be playing it more, practicing, but oops. Let's see if we get a different position. Wow, this guy does not want to cooperate, huh? Okay. We'll try this again. I promise you he can spawn in different locations. That I promise. That's definitely not incorrect. Ah, there you go, see? Now, I jump up high like this and fire 2 missiles because when you jump, you can do like a small hop and you can basically hit him with where he's standing. And he was standing like right about here, like where I said he was. The other one is you'll just come in, hit him right here in the face and fire a missile really quickly. And then after that, you're just gonna Just keep running to the right. Now, you're going to want to pick this up. I mean, this is a free one. This is one of those freebies that's in the way. There's like, there's 3 E-tanks that are in your way through the course of this game that are not hidden. And they're directly in your path. There was main deck right before Arachnus. There was the Sector 6 one right before the SAX encounter to give you full health. And then there's this one. This one is skippable, as are all of the other ones. It's a very tight window. I'll do a quick save here because I can grab it. I believe it's a 4-frame window, so you can run and just jump right over it, just like that. Very, very quick, very easy. You kind of have to be like right about here to do it. You can kind of see like, oh, and I picked it up. It is possible. It's a very tight window to kind of jump over it. I would be picking it up like crazy right now, but you need to have taken a step to have some velocity. And then whatever. But yeah, you're going to want to grab that. So you can see down on the bottom of the screen, you can kind of see a little purple guy at the bottom. So this is going to be one of those where we're going to just run in. And we're just going to start spam shotting the floor. This can miss. Those shots are very finicky. Your wide beam can miss it. It sucks. But it is possible to miss those shots. Just like that. You're going to fall down here, and you're just going to... Now, you can kill this guy, or you can just stand right here and make him jump over you and continue on your way. See, when I kill him, he spawns right down here. So, and he'll be spawned right over the next block, as you can see. So it's better if you can just... If you've got enough health, I mean, you've got plenty of health at this point for any percent. You can take a hit, whoops, and run right past them, or you can jump over them. So let's see what he gives me here. You'll jump over that, and then just run right past them. So then no one spawns down here. There's another guy right there, so I'm going to fall down, and I will kill this guy. I'm going to fire 3 missiles, and you'll see he spawns up there. So if the first thing that you'll kill, the first X that are going to spawn in this room from an enemy, they'll spawn in that location. So it's beneficial to skip the first guy, leave him alive, and then take out the second guy. And if you feel strapped for missiles, you can shoot that out, and there's a pack of missiles right there. And our next, I'm standing on it, is we're going to go down here, and we're just going to keep running this way. So when I fall down here, I'm going to hold the missile, and I'm going to morph, and I'm going to lay a power bomb, and then I will fire a shot as I fall. And now we're in front of the eye door. Pick that up. I am going to alter my my missiles here a little bit. I'm going to do this fight several times, different missile counts. It is very likely that you will have missile counts that are, say, you know, you might have 40, you might have 45 if you go, like, very optimal. You might have picked up an extra missile pack, you might have 50, you might got hit by a spitter. There's a lot of different situations that could have occurred here. So I want to go through, and maybe you're crazy and you're doing low percent. I kind of just want to show off low percent because I want to practice a little bit. But neither here nor there. So I've quick saved, I believe. I will double down and make sure. So I've got 800 health, 799. I've got 85 missiles. What could go wrong? Yakuza is RNG, sort of. It's RNG for how many times it will crawl around the room. And I'm going to break down how you can tell where it's going to end up based on which way it crawls. And faster ways to complete this fight. So I'll do the first fight completely, you know, vanilla, no speed tricks. Huh, that's weird. World's rumbling. Okay, there's some fireballs coming down, alright, and then we've got our spider. So he's going to end up in the middle. He'll always start in the middle, but I believe he'll start here. Nope, direct center with this line here. Oops, that's not supposed to be seen yet. Just fire missiles into him. The corners are safe for the most part, except if it starts in a corner. So you can just run to the corner and he'll end up moving around. So this is, what, 2 times? This will be 3, so he'll be back in the middle. And this is a 4. So 4 is the most he can crawl around the room. Now you can see he's changing colors. He's starting to crawl around a little faster, I think. Probably not. I don't think he is. Probably my brain hoping that he is. Here we go, 3rd round. Will he give me the legendary 4-round? He gave me 4-round Yakuza twice in a row. Alright, so now I've beaten him. And now you just want to fire missiles into him. So, not going to do any speed strats here. We're just going to hit him with missiles. Getting hit by the trash, I believe, does 40. It does 40. The head does 20, right? It does 20. It does, wait, is that 27? It does 27, I think. Let me see. Yeah, it does 27. Okay. So 40 and 27 are your damage values. Why is it not angling up? Hello? Alright, now he's dead, and I'm just going to do doubles because I can. The way to set up these doubles is pretty easy. Just run and jump off the wall, and you'll bring it at the perfect height. Just stand in the middle, and there you go. So that was completely vanilla. Let's see a little bit with a little bit of extra technique. So what I want to do is when I first touch the ground and the room rumbles, that's actually when Yakuza spawns. When you touch the ground will shake. Yakuza's actually way in the top of the room, opening its mouth and spitting fire. So that round and what he does every time he opens up below are exactly the same. So, given that that's the case, we can fire missiles upwards at him and deal damage prior to the fight. However, there's a caveat of we have to jump as high as we can, and we have to fire as many missiles as we can while we're scrolling the screen up. Otherwise, they won't make contact. And you'll be able to hear as I start this fight. I will just land right here. And you could hear like him giving his little screech. And it signals that we were dealing damage, and you'll hear that again when we shoot more missiles into him. It'll do that, or whatever the hell noise. That noise. I don't know how else to describe that noise other than burn it. Alright, so now we're done. You can, if you want, jump into them to make them spin faster to make sure your missiles make contact sooner. I'm doing a horrible job of replicating that. Something like that. And then you can stand under them, fire 2 missiles. That was not a double. That first one hit, the second one didn't. I didn't even fire 2 there. Ooh, that was a little tight. There we go, that was a double. And now... bang. Okay. So that's another way. That's a little bit more to know about the fight. So, I've got 85 missiles. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lower my missile count. That's the wrong way. I'll do 45. 45 is more than enough. And what I'll do is I will shoot a charge beam when I start. Whoops, I fired at the wall. This is fine. And what I'll do is I'm going to jump into his grasp, and I'm going to wiggle out. I think it's about 10 inputs, and you can see he opened right up. What that's doing is it'll actually skip the round. I was able to squeeze in, I think, 3 missiles there. Potentially. Let me see. Oh man. I was trying to be cheeky and get doubles. Wow, I missed both of those. That's embarrassing. Okay. Yikes, dude. This is a bad fight. You can get him to you can double missile Yakuza. It is very tight. And you have to be like kind of predict where he's gonna go. Nice yellow X drops. unfortunately, I need... Wow, I've been very unlucky here with these Screen X. Get back here, dude. Thank you. I missed. Cool. Let's see, is it gonna give me all yellow? No, it spawned 2 this time. Very good. And then right there. Okay. Easy fight. Alright. Now, what I will do is I will lower this again. So say we do 1%. We've got this much energy in 1% normal. We'll have 15 missiles. They'll come in. Skip that, and you're not going to want to jump and grab into his claws. Jumping into his claws and mashing out will end the round faster, so he doesn't have to crawl around the room. You can see every time I have to wait until he stops, and you can kind of see like which direction he's going. Ugh. Oh man, oh, he's going to pick me up, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay, good. This will be a little bit more to the left. He's now going to be back in the center of the room. He's got set positions because his movement is standardized. He's going to be back in the center now here. Right here. And for low percent, you're just going to run up under him and shoot charge shots like this. Not like that because I'm bad, apparently. You should have enough time to run up under him and hit him with the... Ooh. A few times there I got hit a little bit too often. That's fine though, but that's essentially the strat. Another strat that you could, another fight you could use for the second one. Missiles again aren't like the easiest thing to use for the second phase of this fight. It is possible to get him blue right before he comes down, but you have to hit like every shot perfectly. Oh man, come on. Another 4-round Yakuza, the legendary. I shot him there a couple of times with missiles, so you can just sit in a corner if you want and just wait for him to, because he'll just keep spinning at you. You can sit here and fire if you want. You get hit with some trash occasionally, or you can, you know, run up under him. Just like that. Didn't have enough time, it was too low for the double. That was 1. The double. Ooh, that would have been frame perfect. Which, again, there you go. Alright, so I've shown off a couple different ways to fight him. First round, second round, all that jazz. So what I'm going to do now is I'll show you like how you can predict where he's going to be if you're going to do for a standard fight here. I missed a lot of those. So, okay, he's going to come down, and he's going to be in the middle, I think, right here. Okay, he's slightly off-center. So he's slightly off-center here. Depending on which way he moves, so he moved right. So I know that he's going to be slightly further to the right of where he started. So I'm going to set up right about here. He moved left, so he's going to be back in that start position. That's essentially the start position. Okay, now he's in the same position he was just in. Alright, moved back left. Ow. Close enough, I guess. Now he's going to be off to the right. Now he's going to be back left. The room is standardized, as is his movement. I I need to get that double down. Dang, dude. You can double missile, I promise, on that first, as it spawns in. And I just keep not firing that second missile. I don't know what's going on, dude. But, yeah. I mean, I kind of got grabbed there, so I'll do it one more time. This is a boss that, if you don't get right away, don't feel bad. This boss hangs a lot of people up, especially when they're first learning. Even casually, this is a very difficult boss. When you're doing this casually, we'll set this to 40. We'll set our energy to... Yeah, that works. Right? Yeah, that works. I missed that second one. Alright. He'll be a little off center, right? So he'll roll to the right, he'll climb to the right. I'll just stay in this corner. He should climb to the right again. Ow. Alright, he's going off to the right again. So he'll end up like right about here in the corner. Oh wow, really? Now you're gonna give me the god tier patterns? Cool. Really? How am I missing all these shots, dude? I was messing around too much. Right, give me a lot of green X here. That is not a lot. That is a not a lot number. There we go. Recovered easily. Alright. Easy, alright? Easy peasy. Man, that was like the most unfortunate thing to happen, trying to show something off, and then he gives me the literal best stuff that you could ever want in this fight. Oops. I think I hit all of those. See. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think it's 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. What the hell? Gotta be fast. Oh, what the frick? I guess the faster you mash, the easier it is to break out. Oh, and when he slams you, I believe it resets his crawl counter. I didn't fire a second missile there. Drippy dippy. Another thing I should probably mention, I think this is dead. Nope, I was going into explaining and I lost count. It's fine. That was a good diagonal sweet spot. Another thing I'll mention is that Yakuza has 1,000 health. He's got 500 in the first round, 500 in the second round. It is not possible to deal 1,000 damage in the first round to skip the second round. And the amount of damage that you deal in the first round does not carry over. So if you deal 650 damage to Yakuza, and then his legs break off, his health is reset to 500. So even though you may have dealt 650 damage, it'll remove that extra 140 and put it at 500. Just a standard number that once it breaks off, that's the amount of health that it has. I'm pretty certain that yeah, I'm pretty certain that I've covered everything with this fight. I think, like I said, this is an episode basically dedicated to these two boss fights because there's not a lot of movement in between them, but there is a they're kind of involved. This one specifically is very involved. So yeah, I think I've got it. I'll do it one more time, and just do some, you know, slow strats here, just to kind of like go through it very slowly. I should have jumped through the door. Let's see. I did fire up, but whatever. It is possible to deal enough damage to make him blue, which I think is like 250. You can get in like a bunch of missiles there right before he starts spinning. Using missiles, missiles is definitely the fast way to do this fight. If you're not comfortable using missiles, because they do require some amount of precision while using them, which is completely understandable because they're smaller and they're more precise, whereas the wide beam is wide. You're firing 3 onion rings that are pulsing, and you have a wider area to hit. The missiles at this point, they're ice missiles, so they should be dealing 40. Right? I think it's 40. I think missiles deal 40 damage. Count. If you want to sit there and count how many times I hit him with missiles. Which I'm realizing now, with that past experience, is very not easy to do. Shoot. And I mixed in a charge shot with a flare. So the wide beam is gonna technically do more damage than the missiles per hit if you hit all 3 of the onion rings, because each one individually does 15. So when I fire this, you can kind of see there's 3 like pulsing, you know, whatevers. And if you play this back at 0.25 speed, you'll be able to see it, that there's, you know, that many. Especially when you go like this, you can kind of see the shot trail. There's 3 different shot trails that are pulsing across the screen that are individual. The circles are, you know, trailing behind them. Each of those does 15 for a grand total of 45, and I believe the flare does 6 still. I don't think it does more than 6. So if you hit all of these, at one point you're going to deal 45 hitting one of these ice missiles. If I'm remembering correctly, deals 40. So you'll technically do more damage. The upside to missiles, though, is that you can deal more damage quicker, because you can just, you know, fire, 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 whereas it's 1, 2, 3, so it's like 1, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you can fire a charge shot every 2 seconds, whereas a missile it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You can fire a buttload of them quicker than you can fire the charge shot. So now we got space jump. You're literally going to want to spend a lot of time getting used to the space jump. Space jump is legit buns. I do want to show off one last fight, though, and just to do a little practice. I'll be a little selfish, sorry. I'm going to see. On hard now? I can't tell. Okay. On hard, I'll give myself 12 missiles, which is what I would have normally. And elite. This should be on hard. So let's do hard mode. Let's get that jazz going. I'll be able to tell very quickly if this is hard mode or not. When and if I get hit. Oh, shoot. Okay. That's not good. He's like 1 charge shot away. Come on, dude. You're gonna give me 4-round Yakuza at this, like right now? Oh, he did not take a lot of damage. Oh my goodness, okay. Uh-oh. I missed a lot of those shots then. Back to the middle of Yi. There we go. This is not hard. Darn. Whatever. Deals, what is it, like 40-something health? He deals exactly 40, so I would be dead right there. Oh, shoot. I just whiffed. Are you kidding me right now, game? Thank you. There you go. That was like frame perfect. There you go. There's low percent. The hard, if it did change the setting to hard, which it did not, I would have dealt more damage. I'm surprised I didn't change it to hard. Whatever. No big deal. You're gonna want to get used to Space Jump. Space Jump is very wonky, especially because you press it too early, you're just gonna fall and fall and fall. So like you could be pressing it like really quickly like this, and you could be fine. And there are other times where you're just gonna be like going like this, and then you'll just potentially, you know, drop a Space Jump at some point. You fall out of sync. As you can see, you can kind of just drop space jumps. So the requirement for space jumps in this game, activating. You're gonna jump, you're gonna spin like you would normally. You can see that when Samus starts to move down a little bit, I'm able to jump again, and you'll want to play around with it a little bit. The best way to go about this is that, you know, when Samus has a downward velocity, so you can kind of see when she starts moving down, I'm able to jump again, right? If I press A again, like here, and now, I'm just going to keep falling. So I keep falling. I don't get the second jump if she has an upwards velocity. Let's see. You can kind of see a little bit there where I'm going upwards, you can't get an extra one, so you have to be moving downwards to get it. Another thing that means by having space jump, you can't wall jump anymore. No more wall jumping. So it's going to take you, it might take you a little bit just to kind of get used to that change. The fact that you can't just, you know, wall jump wherever you want to anymore. Which in essence, it's slightly better, but it makes the movement and the very end of the game a little bit different. Definitely something you're going to want to spend time getting used to. I still am not used to it, and I hate it. The fastest way to ascend with space jump is you're going to want to go about midway, just like this. So like here's a full jump. You see I can go basically the height of this room, like one whole block high. Like one room block wide, or height, so that's what, 2, 4, 6, I can basically space jump 7 blocks, from the looks of it, 6 or 7. I'd say about 7. Maybe 6. 6.5, 7. This is the long one. So this is the highest you can go. So you want to go about like halfway. And then fall a little bit and press it again. That'll probably be your fastest method of climbing this room. Or ascending vertically with the space jump. So now that you have space jump, you can leave the way you came, but that's not the right way. We're going to go out this way to the left. And we're going to turn on the auxiliary power. So now everything will be, all the bits and bobs will be on. So save rooms will work, recharge rooms will work, anything requiring minimal electricity will work. Basically recharge and save rooms, which is essentially what Adam here is going to tell us in a second. And now we're just going to continue on. So after this, you're going to start charging your wide beam immediately, because we're going to have another one of those buttons on the other side of the door that requires you to fire the moment you come through here. And now, since we've beaten Yakuza, we have a very deadly enemy that's just going to be wandering around. And if you're going to do low percent, these will kill you in one hit. So we've got key hunters now. Little mosquito-sounding bugs. So they have 2 different damage values. The first damage value is the without the stinger, and you I guess the key hunters are still in this room regardless of or maybe they're not actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think they are. The key hunters have hatched since we got back to the ship. And we had the conversation, for sure. But, there wasn't any in this room. We had the one in the main kind of vertical climb, and I didn't really make mention of it. Now they're going to be very prominent going into Sector 2. Because you remember all those red Zoros, they turned into cocoons. All of those Zoros are now key hunters. So any room that there were Zoros in previously, there are now key hunters flying around. Key hunters deal, I believe, 89 or 82 damage if you run into them just with their body. They deal 129 with their stingers out. So, in hard mode, if you're doing low percent, if you're a madman, like I am, and Scotty is, they will deal death amount of damage in one hit, regardless of whether the stinger's out. If you're doing normal mode and you're doing low percent, they will kill you with the stinger out, and they will deal near fatal damage without the stinger. So let me reset my health here just so I can kind of get a baseline just to check those numbers. I'm not giving you false information. All right, so let's see. No stinger is that was 68. 68. So they do what? Right, 68. So then add half of that is 34. They deal 92. No, they deal 102. Okay, so I was a little off. Sorry. They deal 68 with their body, 102 on hard mode. With their stinger out, they do deal 129 though. That one I'm like almost certain on. Let's see. Stop, give me the stinger. Back. You, give me the stinger. Give me the stinger, dude! Come on, game. Alright, let me hit that first guy that kind of flies in with his stinger out. Never mind. This guy up here will have his stinger out. $162 is it 127? 137. Wait. Sitting here trying to do math and I picked up a yellow X by accident. And I'm an idiot, and I just... God, bear with me, everyone, sorry. I want to get these values correct. thought it was 127 or 129. It was 127, I thought. 162 or 137. 137. Oh, they deal a lot more in hard mode than in hard mode. They deal what? They deal 137. Half of that is 66 or 68 rather. It's about 68 and a half. So they're dealing 225. Is that right? No. 37 plus 68. 5. Carry the 1. 6 and 0. They deal 205. That's what it is. 205. Okay, so now we know. 137. 137 and 68. 68, 137. Anyway, we're gonna run in here. We're gonna jump, and we're just gonna jump along this this right wall, and then we're just gonna clear out this brush up here. We're just gonna jump up into this little cavity, and then we're going to lay a bomb, power bomb. Whoops. Lay a power bomb. Let that go off. And now I'm gonna save right here. I'm gonna save right here because there's an SAX encounter, and this one's very important. Do not lay any bombs or any power bombs in this encounter, or you will die. Probably. If you lay bombs or power bombs as you roll into the room, you will alert the SAX, as so. What the? Wait, now I'm confused. I may have saved in a very inopportune location. Oh boy. Okay. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Alright, here we go. It's already looking up. Let's see, like, what the hell is that? Alright, so we're gonna take this inopportune spawn. Can I get out of bounds here? I can't. Whatever. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to roll in, and we're gonna have a missile primed and ready. We're going to fire a missile, jump over the SAX, lay a power bomb immediately, fire as it runs into the room, and we're just gonna keep running. We're gonna run and run and run. And we're safe. Alright, so that was the speed way to do it. You can fire it faster. You can fire it as you fall. I'll show that off, of course. And if you're in a tight situation here with the SAX, you can run into this room on the left. It'll walk in, and you will just wait for it to leave, essentially. That's all. And afterwards, once it leaves, you can continue on your way and come down here. But that's essentially the gist of it. It's really fast, and you're going to practice this segment a lot. If you don't lose your run to Yakuza, you could potentially lose your run here. So I'm just going to have my missile primed and ready. Freeze it, jump over. Man, it didn't see me yet. Oh, shoot. Freeze! Whoops. I fired the missile too early. And you're just going to angle up shot as you come in here. So say you're like, okay, well, he's hot on my tail. Let me just come up here. Just morph literally right here. You're fine. And now you're good. So again, you can just kind of come in here. Fire again. Alright, and then we're just going to keep angle up shot here. Boom, easy. And we're just going to continue on our way. Jump through this door, or attempt to, and fail, I guess. We're not going to get hit by a key hunter that falls down here. You'll see it come in the screen, or you should have seen it. It's up here. So we got stuck. That's the key hunter you want to look out for, not this guy who's trapped. That guy can wreak havoc, and he can potentially just come down and hit you if you're too slow. You're just going to come in here, you're going to fire down, and you're just going to run to your left here. Run, 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 run. And now we're just going to do some space jumping. And if you ever played this casually, you'll recognize this room as the room that you can't get up normally the first time in Section 2. And from here, we're just going to run to the right. I'm going to do a jump. And we're just going to continue up here. So a little bit of a lot just happened there. So we're going to go from this room, go through to this room. If you skid and jump up, you can fire and then just jump up here. Don't worry about that guy when you first come in. He won't be able to hit you ever. And as you clear these out, just fire a missile so that way you can get that guy at about, let me back this up right here. Like right here, you're going to fire, and then you just angle upwards and start firing that way, and we've got another door here. Alright, so this is Nettori or Nettori. I'm going to quick save. If you're going the 45 missile route, oops, oh god, hang on. Oh boy, hang on. 85 total, and I'm going to give myself 45, okay. The 45 total will look a little bit like this. When you first come into the room, what you're going to do is you're going to morph and lay a power bomb and unmorph and begin charging your charge beam. You can jump through this door and do it to give yourself a little extra height. I believe I quick saved, but let me just do it again. I'll just jump through, and then I'll start charging, and I'll screw attack over here. Alright, so very important with this boss, and I'm going to take the time here. You can't freeze these guys. Yet, or at all, I don't think. Platform is slippery, and you can see where I'm standing. Only this guy right here is firing at me. And if you shoot him, or well, I guess not. I don't know why he wasn't firing for a second there. You can see the other guy over there isn't firing at all. If I take a step over here, he will... right about there, okay. So about here, where Samus's left foot is basically like just barely on the platform, is where you're going to want to stand. You can stand here, and you'll have the, you know, it's a little bit faster to set up than getting all the way to the left. Make sure you're crouched, otherwise you can get hit right there like that. I'm going to just come right here. And now they can't hit me. I'm on the far left side, they can't hit me. The problem now is, though, they can block my shots. Being on the far left, or the far right, rather, is the ideal spot. And to do this fight, very simple. You're going to lay a power bomb, start charging, fire a missile, charge, fire a missile, charge, fire a missile, charge, fire a missile, and once that power bomb goes off, you're just going to keep alternating. So you get one. Wow, what the flip, dude. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You'll get 3 off, and now you're just gonna fire. Let's do this fight quickly. I did not want to pause, I wanted to reset. Thank you, game, for misunderstanding me. Just run in. And the reason we lay power bombs is because Nettori takes damage by power bombs in this fight, actually. He's the only boss that'll take damage via power bombs. What the actual hell? And as you can see, just getting in a solid, being able to get into a solid rhythm really helps. This double's a little interesting. You have to do downward doubles like that. Wait, bring him up. That was a double, and that should be double, so we'll just... Oh, I missed the first one, I guess. Pull him up where it spawns. Bang. Done. Okay. We'll do this again. If you got more missiles, you really don't have to worry. So, say you are crazy and you picked up 85 missiles. You picked up the max that we've picked up in the things that I've shown. You will still want to come in here and lay a power bomb. Maybe fire down a little bit. But just get in a steady rhythm of firing missiles. Just... Takes about 50 missiles, as you can see. Yeah, that was a double. That was a double. Boom. Easy. Easy peasy. For low percent, you're going to rely on your charge beam and your power bombs immensely. So, for low percent, say you're doing 1% on normal, or we're going to say you're crazy and you're doing 0% on English. We'll do 10 missiles. We're going to run in here. I already got hit a little bit. And now you're just going to use charge beam here, and you're going to want to try to avoid the plasma shots. So ones on the bottom, you'll jump over, and then you'll duck the ones over top. The ones on the bottom make it real easy to jump over, really hard to lay a power bomb, as you can tell, because you kind of need to press down twice. One more shot should do it. Alright. Nope, no more. There it is. Fire, just to kind of lure it out. Lure out some green X. You can stand along this wall and use that as your guiding post. That was a miss. Fine though, because he's one shot away. And there you go. There's Plasma Beam waiting for you to grab it. Now with Plasma Beam, the beam changes a little bit. A fully charged charge beam shot will deal 9, and this will also pierce enemies. And when I say that, I mean it'll pass through the enemies. And it deals damage per frame, so you deal less damage than you would with wide beam, which was 15 per particle. It does 9 per particle with a fully charged shot. But it does 9, and it deals damage for every frame that it's actually in the enemy. And it's really helpful because, like, you won't have to do a whole lot of charge shots to kill some enemies. There are certain enemies that are coming up that you'll have to do a full charge shot to kill. Other ones you won't. It'll be really nice. So we're just going to, okay, now that we got this, we can just leave. Angle up, or you're just gonna want to, come down here, not shoot out any of those key hunters, and then you can just keep firing, just spam click, and you can see how quickly they die. Get a Shine Spark, use it right here. Now, if you're still in need of energy, you can use this recharge room, very hidden. Not many people know about it. If you're going to go for 100% map completion, you're going to have to get in there. And now you're just going to run to the left here. Morph, Power Bomb, and we're actually going to jump up, lay a power bomb, continue jumping, and we're going to wait. There's a key hunter right here. That is the run-ending key hunter on low percent. Because if you don't kill it, he was just off screen waiting to get you with his stinger. Alright, so now we're out of Sector 2, and this is where I'm going to cut this video. I hope that you found the boss fights helpful. I feel like I could have gone a little bit more into Nettori, and I apologize for that if I didn't. Though the fight is basically what I showed you. There's not a whole lot to it. It's a very standard fight, regardless of the amount of missiles that you have, unless you're doing low percent. If you're going for 100%, you just fire missiles. If you have at least 60 missiles, if you've got a minimum of 55, you're just gonna fire missiles at them for the entirety of the fight, and then you'll just farm afterwards. Standing position, you can kind of see you won't hit any of those You won't hit either of the beams, the plasma beams. And I'm just going to do this real quick just to get this out of the way, and we'll pick up at Nightmare in the next video. But from a standing position, you fire between the 2 spawn points with plasma. That's the other thing I should mention. Other than that, it takes about 50 missiles to kill, like 42-ish, maybe? So if you're doing 50 missiles, you're perfect. Power bombs deal 40 damage each time they go off. And you'll be dealing 45 with the charge wave beam, wave wide. And, alright, so that's that. So I'm going to save right here. And, yeah. So essentially those are the 2 ways to get through those fights. Not a whole lot of room movement in this one, but a lot of boss strategies. This one's a little longer than the last couple ones. A lot of information. But I hope this is helpful, and I hope that it helps you to get through this section a little bit easier, because this is probably the hardest section of the game, of the speedrun, because you've got 3 bosses in a row that can just wreck you if things go a little wrong. And the next episode, so doing it again, the next video, next part, will be all about killing Nightmare. The Nightmare fight will take up an entire episode. Because beyond that, then it's a lot of room movement in Sector 4, and blah, 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 blah. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next part.